welcome back to CuboldCast. In this episode, we're going to be looking ahead and talking about the upcoming game releases for 2021. So, this is kind of cliche, but I think I have to ask it. Do you guys have any resolutions for 2021?
Actually, nothing outright stated. 2020 was a year that was so just out of the ordinary. It's hard to make definite goals because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I have things that I want to do with our channel and stuff like that.
Definitely, yeah.
But I don't have anything set in stone because I never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I never really make any solid resolutions, but like you said with the channel, I definitely have a lot of plans for the podcast, the channel, and the website for this year. And I think this year is going to be even better than last year because last year was kind of a launching point for us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we used the advantage of the shutdown to get started with our main guide content that started us off.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of subs per month now, though.
We almost have
on
2,000 now.
Channel. We're getting we're how many? Like 600 a month now? 700?
Over
7. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're growing fast, and it's really exciting. Community is really growing. But yeah. As for resolutions, I don't know. Plus, I haven't been to the gym yet this year.
I went the other day, but you haven't gone today.
Yeah, this year. It sounds bad at first, and you realize it's only 5 days into the year.
No,
true.
When I went to the gym the other day, normally, like what happens is New Year's resolutions happen, and then people say, "Oh, I want to get fit this year," and then all of a sudden you get this upsurge of people at the gym. I went the other day, there was nobody.
It's probably COVID panic.
There was like nobody at all, and it was weird.
Plus,
that never happens
in a mask is really difficult. The other day. Not the other day, like a couple weeks ago before Christmas, Chug and I, we ran a mile and then we deadlifted right after. I feel like I was going to throw up after.
Yeah, I was about to drive because we took JD's car. I was about to drive home because he was feeling so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful with a mask.
And I guarantee you it's because of the mask because I never get that way.
Yeah. I think next week I'll start going. Usually I do this anyway every year is I take a little break at the beginning of the year because I know that it's going to be packed. And then I wait for those New Year's resolutions to kind of wear off on people and then they stop coming. And then, it kind of sifts out the people. Then, the regulars stay and it's back to normal. Mm-hmm. But this year I had a major skin issue. I still have it. I couldn't go to the gym or else it would have been really bad. So that's kind of the reason, but it kind of worked out anyway.
Yeah.
So,
well, honestly,
start getting back to normal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you don't have to worry about the New Year's resolutioners now.
Plus, the limit anyway.
The most people have home gyms because of COVID. People. No, not like home gyms. Like, you know what I mean? Like they work out at home.
Yeah.
Because they're used to doing that for like almost the entire year.
To be honest, I would not mind having some sort of home gym.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, if we had the machines for it, yeah, we'd do that. It'd be so much easier. You'd be able to work out every day.
Alternative. I've been getting
rock climbing.
What?
Rock climbing.
Yes, some sort of alternative to just the gym. I've been getting so bored with just the same push pull over and over and over. Like I want something more interesting. I want something more practical that I can use. I mean, not that I'm going to be like climbing on buildings, but something
You're not going to be Spider-Man?
Bodyweight stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe.
Like you used to want to be Spider-Man.
Yes.
It's like that. What's that? What was it? Polygamer or one of the big YouTube.
Oh yeah, you mentioned
channels.
that in the last podcast.
Oh yeah, the way. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna requote it. That was ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
I think it was Polygon. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But it's been a weird start to the year though because Chug was saying this earlier. I've been playing like crazy with Warzone.
You have
because my brother's home from college and he has an Xbox Series X and it's free, so he's been asking me to play. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing crazy in Warzone. Like it's insane. It's really fun though. But
did you get like Chug's a 20 kill game or something like that?
Yeah, the other day I got 20 kill game. I average like 10 to 15 kills each match. But
what's Chug been playing?
Chug puzzle games, and then I don't know.
I'm obsessed.
You still playing roguelites?
Yeah, I got maybe in total 15 games.
All roguelikes?
No. Just varied. I bought a bunch of little tiny games. Like I got Firewatch, which was like 3 hours, and I got a bunch of We Were Here games, 2 of those. A lot of smaller games, nothing big. But I just used my
nothing above
Christmas
like
money.
$20. I didn't buy anything above 20.
Yeah, me
for
too.
games.
I think same here.
Because
actually,
all good games now are like, because of the winter sale was happening on Steam. Most of the good games were below 20, which was really good. Like you could get some really good games for like $5. It's ridiculous.
I wanted to mention Firewatch too, but you go ahead first. I'll mention that after.
I was gonna say I actually refunded one of the games I got for Christmas because I found out that now that the Game Pass is $1 for 3 months, it's on there.
Yeah, it's the.
So I was like, what?
It's the like if you're listening to the podcast, like maybe what the day it comes out, the Game Pass, the Xbox Game Pass, if you have Xbox or PC, right now Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is $1 for 3 months,
and that's the good one. So
that's
you get
the best
everything.
One. So if you're interested in like looking at a bunch of, I mean, technically it's free because you're only paying like $1. If you're looking to play a bunch of games in the next 3 months, go and subscribe to that.
It's insane.
Yeah, Game Pass has a lot of value. I know the Microsoft Store isn't great, but Game Pass really is great.
It is.
Yeah. Jay, you're saying Firewatch?
Oh yeah, it was a really good game. I beat it in like 3.5 hours. I'm not gonna really spoil it, but the main gist of the game is your main character goes into the middle of nowhere, like in the wilderness, in the 1980s, to be a fire spotter. So basically, he has to sit in this watchtower all day and just look for any potential forest fires. And your only other companion there is someone at the other end of a walkie-talkie. So you're kind of alone, but then weird things start to happen and it kind of spirals into this mystery, like 2 days from civilization. And it's a really interesting concept. And the game is beautiful. The graphics are amazing. It's one of those unique art styles, kind of like the puzzle game The Witness. But it just looks really good, and the story is super gripping.
It looks really interesting.
The ending is what I want to talk about, but you didn't play it yet, so I'm not going to spoil anything about the ending. But it's just one of those things that leaves you thinking about it for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm speculating, but is it something to do with like since you're isolated, is it something to do with like losing control or something, or maybe like since you're away from other humans?
I mean, that's part of it, but there's a whole. The start of the game is different than what you'd think. Like it has a unique start to it, which you should just experience it for yourself because it's a couple hours long. But it's a mystery with also some like important life lessons kind of in there at the same time.
Huh.
But it's just really good. They did a great job on it. And a lot of people hate the ending.
Really?
They hate it. A lot of people are super disappointed with the ending. And there's a very good reason for that, which is why I want to discuss that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm going to get you to play it now. I played it in like 2 days, basically. It's a couple hours a day. So that
sounds really interesting.
I don't think it'd be worth a full podcast on it, but I did want to bring it up.
Short.
Yeah, it was kind of short.
Yeah, but actually, do you guys have any games for that you're looking forward to in 2021?
Yeah, that's what most of the basis podcast
focusing on.
Yeah, like upcoming games this year. But
two main ones for me. Two that I'm only really looking forward to. But there are a lot of cool ones that I'll probably end up getting. I'm most excited for Far Cry 6 and Little Nightmares 2.
Yes.
The demo for Little Nightmares 2 was incredible.
Oh, I know. I'm so happy about that. If the whole game is like that, it's going to be even better than the first.
I know.
That was the main thing we were worried about, was that it would lose that. But I think I think we talked about it a little last time, but it almost heightened the experience. Like it heightened the tension.
Yeah, there were added mechanics that made it even more tense.
Yeah.
It was really good. I like the you got to experience a little bit of the buddy mechanic too, where you had that little kid following you too.
Yeah,
and you'd whistle to get them to go where you are,
or you'd hold their hand and kind of lead them around.
Yeah, one thing I am worried about though is I hope you see this a lot in some of the I wouldn't say older games, but games from a couple of years ago. You even see it now, but where it breaks the immersion because the AI that you're with, your teammate, if it's an AI, it'll like run and bump into enemies and the enemies won't do anything. And it kind of just I mean, I don't know if you can really do too much about that, but it kind of ruins the experience. And I've run into that a couple times. I know with the first Last of Us game, you get that a lot.
Oh.
No. I didn't see that in the demo.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's
one thing
Ellie,
that I think,
like walking in front of enemies and they're not doing anything.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
That's like one thing that I think shouldn't be the case in Little Nightmares 2 because of how tense the game is, how creepy and.
See, I think they're gonna make a workaround for that in Little Nightmares 2. Remember in the first game how like you evade the chefs and you run underneath the tables? Yeah. I don't know if we'll get gameplay kind of like that, where the enemy is silently working or something and you have to just sneak around them. I don't know if we'll get that, but if they do, which they kind of had that in the demo a little bit, but they made it work with the co-op. Or not co-op, but the buddy system.
You need to work, if they do it in a way where you need to work with the other person, or you have to work with the AI, depending on if it's playable with another person or not. You got to work with that other person to get through. You know what I mean? Like let's say like you run up forward, but the chef walks in front, and the only way that the person can get over to where you are is if you go and do something else and try to get the attention of him or something like that.
I could see that happening. Or I know in the demo you held the hand of the little boy. So like in the first game it was a lot more centralized. So, you didn't have to worry about someone else. But if it's one of those high tense situations, then you can hold the hand of the other person and then you guys run together like under the table or something like that. I could see that being a thing.
Yeah. But I thought it worked very well.
It did.
It did.
I was worried that the buddy system would also have the AI revealing where to go next. But still, they make it in a way that you actually have to figure it out yourself first, and then the AI will follow you.
Yeah.
So let's say you need a boost from the AI. Well, you have to actually figure that out first and go to the correct spot. Then the AI will come over and get ready to give you that boost.
Right.
It just works really well.
That's one I know all of us are really excited for. That's probably one, like, I don't know, maybe top of the list, near the top of the list.
Yes. I'd say top for me,
3.
yeah.
Definitely.
Top 3, definitely.
Because I don't know what to expect from the other games, except for maybe Far Cry 6. I hope they actually add some new stuff to that game.
I didn't play Far Cry 5.
It's really good.
I know. I have to, but I played Far Cry 4 a ton. I know, Jay, me and you played that in the PS4 a lot.
Oh, that game is awesome, yeah.
Years ago. But I skipped the 5th one. I don't know why. No reason necessarily. I mean, I know it's a good game, but
yeah, we bought that on launch.
I am looking to get this. Yeah, I'm definitely looking to get the 6th one. Hopefully with the chip, with my new chip
by April 30th, May we'll probably all have the upgrades.
Oh yeah, because I think on Newegg you can get Far Cry 6 with either it might be the graphics card, the 3080. I don't think it's with
I thought with the graphics cards it was Cold War. And then the CPUs were Far Cry 6.
Okay, so hopefully that deal is going on still, so then we can get Far Cry 6 with the new upgrade.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, but that one I'm looking to buy into, actually. I'm not looking to skip this
JJ, I know you played the first one a bit.
First what?
But
Far Cry?
Hitman.
I played both Hitmans.
Caleb, you played the first mission of Hitman. I remember we were at your house, and then I was sleeping over or something, and you played the first mission of Hitman 1, but Hitman 3 is coming out in like a couple weeks, and I was like, I don't know, I really like the first 2 Hitman games.
You played the second one a ton.
Yeah,
did you 100% that game?
No way.
There were a lot of things to get.
No way. You kidding me?
You did a lot though.
I completed all the missions, and I did all of the different outcomes of each mission. But within each outcome, there's different things you got to do. So it's like this infinite tree of thousands of stuff, thousands of possibilities you could do.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Different weapons you can kill people with, right? Too.
Yeah,
it's
actually insane.
I was actually really surprised with what were you saying?
Go ahead.
I was really surprised with how they pulled off this whole Hitman series. At first, I was really, I don't know.
The episode system.
Yeah, I didn't.
They changed it in 2.
What's that?
They changed it in 2.
Yeah, I know. But at first, it was like, I don't know. That kind of like turned me off a bit.
It did for me too. Yeah.
Hitman thing. But then I think they really came back strong with the second one. I know the first one was people liked it. They just didn't like the episode kind of structure. But so I'm really happy to see that
the cool
there's a really good Hitman series out.
Wait, what is it?
What was that?
No, I was gonna say, basically with each game, it gets progressively better. Like, I'm highly thinking that Hitman 3 is gonna be 2 with just so many more mechanics and more stuff. But the cool thing about it is each game, like, I mean, I know they only have a second one, but the third one's going to implement this too. So the first game came out, right? And has all its episodes. Then the second game came out. And since you owned the first game, all the episodes from the first game go to the second game. So you can access everything. And they remastered the first game's episodes with the second game's mechanics. And they're going to do this for the third one too, with all the first and the second game's episodes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
So it's going to be Hitman. If you get Hitman 3, every episode in the entire Hitman series from 1 through 3 are going to be in that one game.
I was going to say Hitman Absolution, the precursor to the new rebooted series. That game was bad. It was linear Hitman.
Ugh.
Like imagine take the Hitman gameplay now, dumb it down a lot, and put it into a linear pathway.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, this game.
Yeah, you couldn't really do any creative kills or anything like that. It was just the ones they gave you.
That's terrible.
I thought it was so boring at the time. And it was boring. It just wasn't fun. It wasn't the sandbox that the other Hitman games are.
But yeah, Hitman
they really nailed it.
Definitely a game I'm looking forward to. And I'm probably gonna pre-order it or something. I don't know.
Are they coming out with multiple maps on release?
Yeah, they're gonna release it like 2. 2 came out with everything released.
Yeah. Yeah, the episode thing was a bit annoying. I didn't like that.
They changed it in 2. But yeah, Caleb, you mentioned Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah, Kena Bridge of the Spirits. That looks amazing. It's like what is it? Like, how would you guys describe that? It's kind of like what, Zelda Breath of the Wild-esque?
It looks like
similar,
that,
yeah,
kind
similar.
of Asian style game. Not anime-ish, but
it's cartoon, very cartoon.
Yeah, but it kind of has like the Japanese style to it. It looks really cool.
It's also got a Dark Souls type boss layout, right?
Yeah, it does. Like, similar. You have to lock on, stuff like that.
That's actually the way Breath of the Wild was, technically.
Yeah, true.
The huge bosses, and you lock onto them.
Yeah, but with Breath of the Wild, you don't. I think
that game is so good.
Don't you have to initially you don't have to initially lock on. So like once you shield, you automatically lock on.
Yeah, you hold down lock on.
Yeah, so it's a little different, but
it's still kind of the same thing with the giant bosses, and you have to beat them somehow. Usually melee combat, but you can use a bow too.
This was we first saw this at the PS5 game event thing, right?
Yeah, it's not just a PS5 exclusive, JJ. I saw it on Epic Games.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure if it's going to be on Steam though. I hope so, but
yeah, because I remember it looked so interesting that I reached out to one of the the representatives or something of the game, and I was trying to see if we can get a interview with one of the developers.
I'm sure they were full up after that trailer.
Yeah, they said they were like, it was hard for them to get or they were getting a lot of requests after that.
Yeah,
it looks really cool. It kind of looks like the world looks like Genshin Impact, honestly,
a little bit. Yeah,
but it looks good.
Yeah,
I'm looking at pictures of it right now, and is it co-op or is it single player?
I think it's single player.
A lot of the games that are similar to like Breath of the Wild and stuff are most of the time it's single player, but
they need a good multiplayer Breath of the Wild style game.
Well, if Biomutant, which I'm also looking forward to that game, that's coming out this year too. If that's multiplayer, I feel like that'll be like a game changer for that type of.
I don't know if I'd say Breath of the Wild for that though.
True. I don't know. You're like this little. What do you even call that?
Biomutant?
Yeah, Biomutant looks so
animal
fun.
looking
That's
thing.
one of the games I'm really looking forward to this year. But
that's another boss focus one, right?
Yeah, exploration type of thing. Yeah. But the world looks very cool. It looks very, very unique.
Kind of looks like Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit, but more cartoony in a good way.
You're like this little animal, this little like, I don't even know what you are, but a little mutant thing.
Yeah, there are actually a lot of games coming out this year, or that are series or just titles we didn't know what they are. Like the gameplay isn't really explained. We just have trailers to go off of.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's gameplay trailers, and even the gameplay trailers are kind of confusing.
Yeah, but gameplay trailers are usually half cinematic, half gameplay, and they only show you bits and pieces of the gameplay.
Yeah, true.
You won't really know until initial gameplay is released.
Hold on, Sands of Time is being remade?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness, I used to play that a lot.
I've never played it, but I knew it was a big game.
We used to play Prince of Persia. What is it?
That was a mobile version.
We played it on the old phone.
Yeah, it was a really old version of it.
Very old phone.
Dude, Sands of Time was a great game.
Yeah, but they're not only remastering it, they're remaking it from the ground up.
Kind of like Demon's Souls, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know much about Prince of Persia other than that Disney movie that came out years ago. With, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I want to watch that again.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
That is a good game. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's on PC.
It is going to be on PC.
What was the gameplay like in that?
I don't know. It was like
was it an open world?
Platforming, a lot of like wall running. There's some puzzles too. A lot of timed puzzles.
Was it a side scroller, 3D?
No. It was 3D.
Oh, okay.
All 3D. No
puzzles. You said puzzles.
Puzzles.
I mean, you
what's
like
Returnal?
Tomb Raider.
Returnal? That's the what is it? That's the PS5 exclusive that's coming out. It's like the where you're that girl in space. I don't know much about it, but it's like
girl in space.
It's very like supernatural. Gravity. It reminds me of like a space version of Control.
Remember that movie Gravity?
Yeah, was that the boring one?
Yeah, there's just this lady stuck in space half the movie.
But yeah.
Oh, this game, Returnal.
Okay. It looks like a fast-paced space Control. That's pretty much what this game looks like.
We need to get a video podcast up soon so we can show our screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually working on that. We got a new office space recently. Today, actually. Well, picked up the key today. So we're going to be working hard on that. And when it's up and running, we got a video podcast. We'll let you guys know. I said guys again.
Guys.
Hey.
Guys.
It's hard not to say guys, because sometimes it actually applies. But it's just when they say, what's going on, guys?
Every single time.
Not everyone is guys.
Smash the like button.
Like when I'm talking to a few specific people on a stream, sometimes I'll say guys, not meaning it in the generic YouTuber guys, but
you're just generally
just
saying
talking
that.
to the guys.
Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Boys having a bud.
Yes.
Hogwarts Legacy.
The new it's a remaster of the Harry Potter games, I think, right? I think it's something like that. I don't know.
Hogwarts is Harry Potter, isn't it?
It is Harry Potter, but I don't know if it's a remaster.
It's either a remaster or a remake or something. I know they're remaking the Harry Potter game or something.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
I don't know either, but I heard the games are fun.
Oh, Returnal is a roguelike. I was going to say, because it says break the cycle, so you keep... I was going to say, so this sounds like a roguelike because you keep starting at the same place or whatever.
Oh, it's a psychological horror?
Yeah, roguelike gameplay.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see. Planet changes with every cycle. So do your items.
Oh, speaking of roguelikes, I know Chug mentioned Hades on another podcast, but that game is amazing.
I haven't started playing yet.
It really is.
It's literally so fun. I mean, I love roguelikes in general, but I didn't realize how good a roguelike with a story could be. And the voice acting is awesome.
It is.
The entire world is so cool. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just, I love the world in it. All the characters are cool. The lore around it, the way he interacts. I mean, there's even humor thrown in with the serious setting, and it works. It's such a good game. And the art style, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Is it it's all top down or
It's top down, yeah.
It's not fully top down.
Well, it's like side down. It's like at a different angle than normal, but you are looking down on the character.
Yeah. But the map changes every time, and a lot of times I'll complete a stage and I'll just walk around and look at the scenery because they did such a good job. I can't imagine how long it must have taken to draw some of those things.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. That game looks good. I gotta play that one too. There's a lot I need to play.
Yeah.
What's Skull and Bones?
Skull and Bones is a pirate, like, naval warfare / it's like pirate simulator.
You never played Black Flag, did you? Assassin's Creed.
No.
So Assassin's Creed Black Flag was, in my opinion, the best in the series. A lot of people agree with that.
That's the one I was trying to think of earlier.
Black Flag?
Yeah. Black Flag and Sea of Thieves. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, back to
yeah,
that.
Black Flag is definitely probably the best pirate game out there.
Yes.
You're actually not even an assassin. You actually kill an assassin and take his hidden blade at the beginning of the game. So you play as a pirate, and you steal a ship and you go throughout the seas, sailing to different islands. You fight ships, and when you actually incapacitate one, you can swing onto the other ship and you
kill
can
everyone on board.
Kill the entire crew, loot them, and sink the ship. And it's really cool. There are these giant galleons that you can go up against as bosses.
Yeah, and you as you progress the game, you upgrade your ship to have more armor and cannons and more firepower and more people on it. It's really cool.
Think Sea of Thieves, but way more fleshed out.
Yeah.
Well, Skull and Bones, that's what it's called, right? Skull and Bones is that, but you can't exit the ship. So you're 100% of the time in the ship.
I was just about to ask that because I was looking at gameplay right now, and it looked like you were just in the ship the whole
It
time.
reminds me of naval warfare. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
I don't know.
No.
That's another one of those ones where you can't exit.
But I'm personally not excited for Skull and Bones because part of the reason Black Flag was so great is because of the whole aspect of you can get off and explore giant islands.
Yes. And you can literally stop in the middle of the ocean and jump into the water.
Yeah, you could just walk around.
You can go anywhere you want.
You can hunt whales. You can hunt for sunken treasure using like this giant bell filled with oxygen and stuff. There was so much you can do.
Best Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah.
Best.
But I don't see the appeal of this game, to be honest.
Yeah, I just put it on the list because it was a new game coming out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Yeah, this is probably going to go off my radar, honestly.
It kind of reminds me of like I feel like Blackwake would be better.
Yeah, because it's multiplayer. That's actually a fun game.
Blackwake is fun.
That sounds familiar.
Blackwake, it is Sea of Thieves, but it's only the battles. Only ship battles. So you fight other ships in the ocean with a whole crew. It's not just 4 people. There's like, I don't know, 20 people in each crew or something like that. And there's like some people that pump out the water in the bottom, other people that load the cannons and fire at the other ships. You can board the other ships and attack them.
You can go to the islands where they have the castles or like the forts and stuff, and you can infiltrate them with like barricades and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's actually a fun game. We just didn't really get into it much.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, but I don't understand why they're developing this game that's only ship combat and you can't even walk around your ship.
Yeah.
I mean, in Black Flag, you could actually just like weigh anchor in the middle of the ocean and climb to the crow's nest and just look around. Kind of like Sea of Thieves. It's kind of like open world. You could do whatever you wanted. Whereas you just sail around and fight ships in this. And there are reasons for looting ships in Black Flag. Like you could get upgrades for your ship or upgrades for your character. New weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
New clothes.
Even Blackwake. I'm looking at Blackwake right now. That looks really fun.
It is fun,
yeah.
Wait, Jedi, remember the armor in Black Flag where if you find like all of a certain item, you get the bulletproof armor?
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool. I want to play that game again, but
yeah, that was a really, really good game. No microtransactions, no DLCs, just
good old fashioned.
tons of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No seasons.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of that.
Everything has seasons now.
I know. There's a new game that I just got that had a season in it. What game was it, Chug? Oh no, it wasn't a new game. It was Rocket League.
It was Rocket League.
But they went free to play, and I played that for the first time in like a couple of years.
That was fun.
It's really fun.
That was really fun. Can't believe the game's free.
I know.
So
it's
much.
ridiculous, actually. Wait, I didn't notice this, but all the DLC that back when the game was $20, like I was looking at getting like all the different cars. I checked and I had all of the DLCs. I didn't pay for it.
They must have given it to the players who paid for the game.
It's possible, actually.
No, I think that's most likely what they did because Destiny screwed all their players over by not giving them anything.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. If you're going to do that, if you're going to go free to play, you got to give the players that paid for it some status
Incentive?
or some sort of benefit.
Yeah.
For paying for it.
Yeah. I don't know why certain games just like to make it free to play and say, no, get out of here, paying players. We want the free people now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Let's see what else we got.
I wasn't mad when
Deathloop.
Rocket League went free to play. Like I didn't feel bad about that.
There's Deathloop.
Yeah,
Deathloop?
Yeah.
that looks interesting.
We saw the
I've
game
seen
trailer on the PS5 thing, actually.
Yeah, it's not co-op, is it?
It is co-op.
'Cause I thought it was AI. I thought one of them was
No,
AI.
it's two people. Like one person's trying to complete the mission, the other one's trying to eliminate that person.
Oh, this one. It's Spies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going against each other, technically.
Yeah, the gameplay for this looks
That's
really
interesting.
fun.
It's like
It looks fun.
you go through each level, and you can actually like
Bethesda.
fast forward time backwards if you mess up. That's pretty much what you do. But the other person is there at the same time trying to eliminate you. So
Yeah,
it's
Do they
like
see when you reverse time?
I think so.
It has an interesting concept. Longevity wise, I don't know how it'll do.
Well, it's
I don't know
made-
if I could see this.
It's made by Bethesda though. I mean,
It'll probably
some
do
of
very well.
their stuff
Decently
is
well.
some of their stuff is kind of but
Yeah,
most
I
of
would
the
love to
time-
try this out.
most of the time they
I just don't know, like if most of the time they do well with their games.
exactly yeah.
But I don't know about like let's say like a year from now. Is anyone still going to be playing it if it's just a co-op experience?
It actually kind of looks like Siege.
It looks really interesting.
Rainbow Six Siege in a few places. Like specifically when you're in a house and there's another person in the house and you're hunting each other.
Mhm.
It kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be an esport,
Oh no, definitely not.
but
No.
it kind of looks like it could have a good following.
I think there's a campaign in it.
Is it a multiplayer campaign though?
It might be. You
That'd be
might
cool.
be able to fight each other in the campaign. That
That's
would be.
interesting. What if
wait,
the campaign changes?
That's what I was
as,
saying. Like, what if like
that
the
would be cool.
one person succeeds and then you go to a different area and then it like branches off and there's like 20 endings or something.
The combat kind of looks like Dishonored.
It does, yeah.
Almost.
It's made
Huh.
by the same people,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that.
Dishonored with
Yeah.
automatic guns.
This looks pretty cool. And power-ups apparently,
Mhm.
from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that looks fun. There was that other game, that spy game that was being remastered.
Which one?
I forget what that was called, but it was some game from the PS2. I think it was PS2.
Wait, was it 9?
It might have been. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
It was the cartoon one, right?
Yeah.
The
It
game
got bad reviews.
Terrible reviews.
Wait, that came out this year? Or
Last
2020?
year, yeah.
9 game.
It came out last year, and apparently people
No, I
said
don't think
it
it was called
wasn't.
9.
It wasn't as good as the original. Was it 13?
I don't know.
It might be XIII. I think it might be 13.
Oh, yeah, it was 13.
I know it was a number, but it was like a Roman numeral number.
It got a 2 out of 10 on Steam.
Yes.
Oh my, that's terrible.
I was actually
gotta
I was
look at
looking
this.
forward to it because it actually looked fun.
I heard
Definitely fun.
people say that it's not worth getting the remake. They said the original was just like a million times better.
Oh, this game. I saw a trailer for this. That's terrible. Wow, overwhelmingly negative.
Man,
That's sad. That's gotta be sad for those developers.
I know. Unless they just outright didn't care and just tried to push out an unfinished game or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I wonder why. I wonder what the main complaint was. They massacred my boy.
No, they didn't. They didn't. It was a remake of the original, and they didn't stay true to it. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's people were saying.
They basically just made a new game.
Pretty much, yeah, and called it a remake. They're like, "This isn't a remake. This is terrible."
I think that's just lazy development because it seems to me like people in 2020 should be able to copy a PS2 game, like almost exact. You think they'd be able to do that now? Like it takes more work to come up with new stuff or to change the mechanics. If you just copy it,
someone's saying the graphics are better in the old one.
Oh my!
What? I've seen comparisons side by side. The new graphics are definitely better.
That's weird.
Graphics don't always make the game.
True. Yeah, that's that's sad. But hey, I mean, they learned their lesson. Oh yeah, I'm looking at a side by side. Okay, yeah, definitely. The new one looks better. I don't know why that guy said that.
Maybe because he's just biased. He might be biased because the original.
That seems to happen a lot too. People are nostalgic for the old game, and if they change it up too much, then they automatically just give it a negative review.
Yeah, when did the first game come out? Like 2003 or something?
It was really old.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I think 2003. Anyway, let's see, what else do we got?
We have for the Medium, which Joltryx was looking at that earlier.
Just call me Joltryx.
What's that? Oh, username.
Called you by username. The Medium, it's a psychological horror game. I don't know much about it, but it looks like the old Resident Evil games. How they show you a section of a room and you walk around in that room, and then when you go out of that room, it changes.
So it's not the over shoulder view. No. You mean like the top down, or kind of like a
it's almost like you're looking through a security camera.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds like fun. Honestly, it'd be nice to have something different.
Yeah. And I know we were talking about that in the Resident Evil podcast. They used to have like shooting and gunplay in those old ones. And I don't know how that worked. That's kind of weird.
I think it might have been like a lock-on system.
Oh,
where you don't have to like line yourself up perfectly. You just have to kind of aim it at the creature and shoot. Because I don't see how you would shoot through that.
Yeah, I actually hadn't heard of the Medium before we were looking at games that are coming up, and the official gameplay was released 8 hours ago. So they barely came out with gameplay for it.
Huh.
Wow, we just caught it. Nice.
Yeah. It looks fun. I was watching a few minutes of it before the podcast, and it looks like something I'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Very story-based.
Yeah, speaking of how this is similar to Resident Evil, I think that the next Resident Evil is coming out this year, isn't it?
It is actually.
Resident Evil 8?
Unless it was postponed.
The Village? Check. Oh, yeah, I want to double check on that. Yeah. That sounds really cool, actually.
That has Ethan and... who is it? Ethan and Chris?
Yep, it's this year.
Nice. Yeah.
Any release date?
2021.
Oh, that's not helpful.
I know.
Huh.
Oh, speaking of release dates, I just want to double check on the exact date, but Far Cry 6 was released as a listing on the Microsoft Store, which has happened to a couple of other games that actually turned out to be true. I just want to look at the exact date here.
You said April 30th before.
April 30th, yeah. So Far Cry 6 should be released on April 30th unless someone releases something saying differently.
April. Huh.
I do want to mention what is it? Wait, what?
Chug, you can say it after. I wanted to talk about Far Cry for a minute.
Okay.
The actor in it, Giancarlo Esposito, that's his name, right?
I don't know.
He's a really good actor. He's in Mandalorian and stuff. The villains of Far Cry have always been a huge part of the appeal. Far Cry 3 had Voss, 4 had Pagan Min, and 5 had Joseph Seed, and also his family too. So But yeah, the villains of the Far Cry series have always been a huge part of the appeal. A lot of people love Voss from from Far Cry 3, who actually wasn't even the main villain of the story, and he wasn't even supposed to be in the game to begin with. But the actor, I forget his name, he did such a good role or a good audition that they wrote in that character for him. And he was just so good as the character that they created him, and he turned out to be everyone's favorite character. He's the dude with the mohawk on the cover. Like, he's even on the cover, and he wasn't even in the script. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, with this actor playing the villain, he's supposed to be like the dictator of Cuba, and the whole game takes place in a Cuba-like country. I'm assuming it's a fake country, because that's the way it is in the other games. But yeah, he's the main villain, and you probably fight for the resistance. And there is some focus on the sun in the trailers. And some people actually think that sun is Voss from Far Cry 3. And so if this is like a replica of Cuba, then it would probably be taking place in like the 80s or somewhere around there. So it could very well be Voss as a kid.
That would be really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm really interested to find out more, because he actually has like similar facial features, and Voss is Hispanic, and they have like, I think they have a scar in the same place too. I'm not sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, yeah. I'll probably get that on launch, unless it's just a horrific nightmare.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they could make it a nightmare, though.
I mean, this is Ubisoft we're talking about.
Yeah, true.
Ubisoft can turn anything into trash.
If they turn it, I hope they just, I hope they don't turn it into, I know they did it a little bit with Far Cry 5, but I hope they don't turn it into an Assassin's Creed Origins or Odyssey or Valhalla.
They didn't do that with 5.
Well,
no way.
Well, they did do a store where you can actually purchase your own, you can purchase money.
Their little credits.
With your real money.
Yeah.
But with Odyssey and all those new Assassin's Creeds, you can literally pay for better items. It's literally pay to win. Like if you pay for those, you can go through the game like a breeze.
At least it's not multiplayer though.
The equivalent of Assassin's Creed going to this RPG style is the equivalent of Far Cry going Borderlands style. That's the way it would be. Like it was just so different to the series, and I can't imagine they're going to do that, because that just doesn't line up with core Far Cry gameplay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see. A couple months.
We'll probably do a podcast on it, to be honest, if it's good.
Definitely, yeah.
Especially if we get it with the graphics cards.
Oh yeah,
or CPUs,
or CPUs or something.
Yeah, CPUs.
Knowing Ubisoft, we'll need top of the line to run it on the lowest settings.
Like
Chug, were you talking about a game?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, we don't have to dwell on this long, because I know you guys aren't really a huge fan of it.
No.
But Monster Hunter Rise for Switch.
That's a new game.
It's coming out in like a couple months, I think. March.
That's full blown new game.
It's a full blown new game for Switch. Only Switch.
I feel like that would be more exciting to Monster Hunter fans, because I know a lot of them used to play on PSP and stuff like that.
I used to play like Freedom Fighter on PSP. It was fun. So when I went to like Monster Hunter World, it's just like, it's amazing. But I mean, for non-Monster Hunter fans, I mean, I know they'll be like, whatever.
That sounds really. You don't think people are excited for it?
Non-Monster Hunter fans?
Oh, I thought you said Monster Hunter fans.
I feel like it's hard. It would be hard to. Well, actually, maybe not. I was gonna say it'd be hard to get people to get into a Monster Hunter game, but if actually, let me look at gameplay real fast. If it's something like I don't know, I feel like it could compete with like Breath of the Wild. Not so much compete, but kind of go alongside with it.
There is another game, free game to play on Switch. What is that called, Chug?
Dauntless.
That
game is, I mean, it's fun, but on Switch, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like a Monster Hunter ripoff, with different style of graphics. I don't really know much about it, but Chug was telling me about it.
Yeah, I'm looking at Monster Hunter Rise right now.
I mean, the graphics aren't like the greatest,
it's
but
a Switch though.
It's on Switch. Yeah, exactly.
I
mean,
what is that?
Honestly, you see a lot of this style on Switch anyway, like more Japanese kind of games.
I mean, it's Nintendo.
Yeah, I could see how this could do really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good mention. I mean, I probably won't play it, but
I don't know. Sam is definitely gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. He might get me to get it, but I'm not sure if I will. But
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine it's going to have more intuitive gameplay than Monster Hunter World.
That's what I was saying. I was saying I play World, and why would I barely play our Switch. I barely play it.
Isn't World huge?
It's massive. It's massive.
I mean, I don't know what they're going to offer to,
Well, I mean, each Monster Hunter game has new creatures to fight, new weapons,
right.
new everything. So it's like when you go into one, it's like a different experience entirely. So I could see the want to play a new one.
Yeah. Huh.
For me, I'm not super interested in a lot of the new games Nintendo puts out, or just the games released on Switch. Because there are some of the big titles like Doom that they ported over, which we can play those on PC. We don't need to worry about that on Switch.
Yeah.
There are certain titles that I really liked, like Mario Odyssey, and like especially Breath of the Wild,
exclusives,
which I played through 3 times.
Yeah.
Switch exclusives are good because you can't play them anywhere else. You have to play them on Switch.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would ever. I mean, I had a Switch. I got rid of it, but if I was ever to get it again, it would be for the Nintendo exclusives. Because the ports. I mean, why even bother?
I feel personally, that Nintendo hasn't come anywhere close to hitting the level that Breath of the Wild and Odyssey were. Like, those 2 games were pretty incredible, and I don't know if they're going to beat that in the life of the Switch, unless they come out with another game that's even better.
Unless they put Kena on there.
It was also on Wii U.
Unless they put Kena Bridge of Spirits on there.
I think Kena is going to be on Switch.
They could be putting some of these games that we are talking about on Switch.
Hold on. I thought Breath of the Wild 2 was coming on Switch though.
It is.
Or this year.
But
is
no one,
this year?
I don't think anyone knows
I'm not
when.
Sure. There's no. It's like TBA or something.
There was one teaser trailer released a long time ago.
Someone's saying Nintendo is planning on release, or no, maybe planning on releasing 2021.
Yeah, they don't even know if it's going to be 2021.
Yeah.
Because there's been nothing about this game released, except for a teaser trailer that wasn't even gameplay.
There's speculation about 2021 because it's the 35th something anniversary or something like that. From what I'm seeing. Yeah, no, I think the same thing. I don't think they can really top Mario Odyssey or, definitely Breath of the Wild and stuff like that.
Like, that shows what a game can do specifically made for that platform.
And another thing is, this is kind of separate, but not so much. I mean, Smash Bros. Ultimate, has every I think every character from every game. They might have excluded 1 or 2, but I mean, that's the, like the name, Ultimate Smash Brothers game. How are they going to top that? They really can't. I mean, if they're going to make another one, what are they going to do? Just do the same thing they did before? It's almost like they're ending it now. I mean, they're not.
They had their big hoorah when they first released the Switch with Zelda coming out and Odyssey and Smash.
Yeah.
Everything else is okay, but it's like, it seems like that those are the best things to get the Switch for right now.
I mean, that's not to say there aren't good games on the Switch.
Oh, exactly.
There are lots of them.
Oh, Animal Crossing, forgot about that.
But I'm talking about Switch exclusives. Oh yeah, there is Animal Crossing. I just never played that one. I mean, there are tons of great games like Hollow Knight and other ports.
Well, they also added the Super Mario 3D All Stars, which we got.
Oh yeah, that's actually
fun. Really cool.
I've yet to beat those, but
Mario Sunshine's amazing. So is Galaxy. Those are ones that you guys gotta play.
What about 64?
64 is good, but we've all played it before,
Yeah, I know, but it's like, it's nostalgic for me.
Yeah, but Sunshine and Galaxy, I don't think you guys have played through.
No,
we played.
Those are amazing.
Galaxy a bit on your Wii, but that's it.
Yeah,
that was for 10 minutes, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Oh wow. Okay, so hey, Metroid Prime 4 is coming 2021. Oh wait, no, maybe. It's all speculation, man. So it might be coming 2021. That would be a huge release for them.
Well, who knows what's happening with Nintendo right now with them stomping at everyone's fun with other games.
Right. Forgot about that.
For people that haven't heard about that, Nintendo has been putting the kibosh on a lot of Smash tournaments and shutting them down completely for some reason. And there are a lot of other things. I watched a few videos on it, but basically every time someone comes up with a new idea to have fun with their game, they throw a cease and desist at them because they're super protective of their property, which their games are made to have fun. And they seem super out of touch with their customer base.
Yeah.
And this is a newer thing. When Reggie
this year.
Yeah, this is the last couple months. When Reggie was at the top, he was the CEO, right?
I think isn't he still?
He was.
No, he stepped down.
CEO.
Reggie Nintendo.
He was CEO.
It's Shuntaro Furukawa.
Is
the CEO apparently of Nintendo.
He was the chief operating officer.
He stepped down, and that's when all this happened?
I don't know, but he stepped down recently. 2019. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know how good he was, but he was the face of the company for a while. There's a lot of memes with him in it. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know really much about his business practices because I didn't really follow Nintendo a whole lot. So it seems to me like he stepped down and Nintendo started doing a lot of scummy things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he had anything to do with that or if it's just Nintendo's out of touch.
Maybe he was stopping them from doing certain things.
Yeah, I don't really know, so don't quote me on that. But
or whoever's head now is cracking down on ridiculous things. I'm seeing something right now. Stalker 2. What's this? Official in-game teaser.
Someone was telling me about Stalker before.
That's the horror games, right? The first person shooter one.
This was released 6 days ago. This trailer.
Yeah. Release date 2021. Okay, so this is a game coming out this year. Stalker 2.
That engine looks good.
I know. Open world first person shooter with horror elements. It kind of reminds me of something like the Metro games almost.
Yeah, it does look like a Metro.
Oh, I actually I got in the Steam sale. I got Metro Exodus.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. I haven't played it yet though.
Yeah, I've always been wanting to get into those games, but I never do. They look amazing.
But I saw someone playing Metro Exodus a while ago, and it looks super interesting. I had actually tried it like a while ago on Game Pass because I think it's on there. I don't know if it is anymore. They might have taken it off. But I saw someone playing it, and it just I really wanted to get into it. It looks super good, but there's a bunch of games I want to play before I play that one.
Yeah. Oh, Chug, you were talking about that PUBG Connect game. It's called Callisto Protocol.
Oh yeah.
So essentially, there's a game. So we don't know hardly anything about it. We just know it has horror aspects in it. But there's a game called the Callisto Protocol, and it's set in the PUBG universe, which
it's so
I find
weird.
that odd.
Don't know how that works. It's like in space. It's got Dead Space kind of vibes. Am I thinking of it? Did I just quote the right game?
Yes, you did.
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol. Yeah, you did. You got it right.
I don't know how that works, but apparently PUBG. We haven't played PUBG in a long time. We were big PUBG players years ago. I mean, like
before
I have like 400
out.
hours.
Huh.
Yeah, but apparently they've been adding a lot of story elements, and they're trying to build this universe within PUBG. And apparently, this game is going to be set in the same universe.
They're a little late to jump on Fortnite's bandwagon, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the gist of the story is that there's some sort of monopoly billionaire guy, and he puts on this show or something for assassins or I don't know, hitmen or something like that, and then they all compete.
So
he might have some.
It better okay. If it's a battle royale, I'm gonna kind of be angry.
I doubt it would be.
I don't want it to be a battle royale.
I don't think it's gonna be a
Just
battle royale.
Anything but that.
I don't see why there'd be any point to make a battle royale since Warzone does it the best, I think.
Yeah, they definitely do.
There's really no reason.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sick of the battle royales.
Yeah,
Just stop
same.
making them. Make some good games.
Yeah.
It's the same old thing every battle royale. They release their season pass or their, what do they call it? Game pass? I
Whatever
forget.
it is.
Season pass.
Basically,
has
season
What
pass.
makes me angry about the season passes is the games that you pay for that add season passes in them. I kind of wish COD didn't go that route, but it makes them money, so they could do whatever they want. But I kind of wish they didn't go the season pass route.
I almost want to say that COD originated it though.
They did, actually.
There was season passes and you'd pay for them, and then
It means something different now, though.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean
no.
it's structured differently, but
Well, in like Black Ops 3, you bought the season pass. Every like couple months, you get 4 new multiplayer maps and a zombies map, or 3 new
Right.
multiplayer, or something like that. Like that. It used to be like that. Now it's like all DLC's free, but you have to pay for the season pass. Which I mean,
there's pros and cons.
That's the pros and cons, but I
Yeah.
mean,
because you get multiplayer maps and the zombies maps, so now you get all the maps free. So
Yeah,
you're
but
not exactly
then-
paying for a map.
if you think about it, it's slower. They get more maps out slower than they would if you had the season pass.
I think they broke it up because each season pass is what, $20, and there's maybe like 4.
No, it's like
There might be
$10.
How many seasons are there in a game's lifespan? Like Modern Warfare had like what, 6 or 7?
No, it was like something like
The
that.
original season pass model was a single season pass, and then you got all the DLCs that came out.
And then they
throughout
started
the
adding. They started adding.
I don't remember multiple
Season
season
Pass
passes
2.
being added, though.
like
It's in
Borderlands.
segments now.
What is it?
Yeah.
Borderlands 3. They had the season pass. Like Jade and I were thinking about getting the season pass because we liked Borderlands 3 so much when it first came out. And once they finished all the DLCs for season pass, they renamed it Season Pass 1. And I was just like, wait,
What?
why? And then all of a sudden I see Season Pass 2. And I'm like, excuse me? Really? You're really doing this? And then they're having a second season pass you have to pay for now.
I think the last normal season pass we bought was Black Ops 3. And it was
Probably, yeah.
$50. It was a lot of money. 'cause
We
it
never
was
bought it.
Almost, we actually did eventually.
No, we never did. I don't think we did.
I'm pretty sure we
I
did.
think I got it.
I'm pretty sure we did. We split it.
PS4.
We split it on PS4.
We split like everything, but I don't remember getting the season pass, but whatever.
Yeah, I remember we had all the multiplayer maps like Hijacked and stuff like that.
I think Hijack. There was a remaster of Hijack.
That's what I mean, the Skyjacked one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, Skyjack.
Yeah, and we had all the zombies maps because Chug used to play those with Caleb.
No, I only played the zombies maps when I know where his house. So I don't think we bought the season pass for Black Ops 3, but we
whatever,
can move on
that's
to
the last
that.
one I
was-
remember.
Yeah, the last normal season pass, and now everything's different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now they have multiple season passes. I think Destiny pioneered that with their 80 season passes.
Those are like $80 each or $70.
Well, the thing is with the Destiny, you got to pay for the DLCs individually, and not only are there just a DLC you have to pay for, there are different tiers of DLC you pay for within
really?
them. Yeah, that's why the Beyond Light was 80. That was the top tier.
Oh
You get
my.
like the season pass part of it too with it. I don't
And like
know,
I
but
said,
wish it would
there
go.
are pros and cons to it. I mean, now it's not like the player base isn't broken up now because the maps and the zombies maps are free. It's just the cosmetics and
Yeah, but Caleb, how
weapon
many
pack.
zombies maps have come up for Cold War?
none, which is disappointing.
Exactly. That's they with this they come out with maps a lot slower than if they had the season pass.
Oh right.
You see,
Yeah,
it's
because-
free, but they don't come out with any maps, and you're like, really?
They don't
They
add
used to do
extra value.
They used to do 4 multiplayer maps in a zombies map, right?
3 in a zombies,
Oh,
so it's like
okay.
4 maps per time you get it.
Yeah.
I prefer the old model.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay for the DLCs outright, which Little Nightmares is doing that. Like if you buy I think it's like the ultimate bundle. I don't know
It's
what
like
it's called.
30 for the base, 40 for the DLC bundle.
Yeah, so you pay 40 and you get all the DLCs with it in the future.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
I mean, 40. It depends on how long the game is.
I hope it's over 10 hours because the other one was really good, but it was a bit short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like 6 or 7, including DLCs. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that one. But at least they're doing a normal season pass route.
Yeah. Oh, what is it? I just had. Oh yeah, The Forest 2. This year. I think.
Wait, is that coming out this year?
It is. I
because
think so.
That gameplay trailer was pretty incredible.
The dirt.
Okay, so
if you haven't watched it, go watch the.
You have to watch. Yes,
Sons of the Forest trailer.
It's. I think. The graphics in this game. I mean, I think it sets a new precedent for even AAA games.
Oh yeah. If they hold true to what we saw in the trailer, let's hope they do that.
There's just one point. If you watch the trailer, the character will be shoveling dirt, and it breaks apart like if you were really shoveling dirt. I've never seen that before in a video game.
Part of the appeal of the first Forest game were the smooth mechanics, like how you chop down trees and build stuff.
Yeah,
it was just really smooth. Well,
and the AI.
The AI was good, but the graphics and mechanics of this new one are amazing. They're like
just
10 times better
upon it. Yeah,
I don't know. It looks incredible. I can't wait.
I hope they make it co-op though. I don't want them to make it a story-based single-player game.
Oof. That was part of the appeal of the first game, was because it was a story-based co-op game that you could play with your friends.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people played it single-player, but if there's no co-op, it's going to be missing a core part of the first game.
True.
At least for us. I mean, we really enjoyed that.
We played it together. We played it together.
Oh yeah, we played it multiple times through together.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. So the way the gameplay kind of looks, it looks like there's an even more story focus to the game.
Yeah.
Like there are NPCs you walk around with and stuff like that. It looks like there are some weird encounters with enemy creatures. It looks really cool.
It looks even more odd than the first game.
Yeah.
In terms of creatures, which actually I'm looking forward to.
If it is single player, I'll probably end up getting it, but I think it'll be lacking.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Oh, another one is Dying Light 2.
Which we've been looking forward to that for a couple of years now.
Yeah, we thought it was going to come out in like 2018.
2020.
No.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to come out in 2020, but it was delayed because of COVID.
Well, we first found out about it in like 2017, though.
And
then we're just like, oh, they're making a Dying Light 2? Really hopefully it'll come out next year. I thought so.
I don't know.
I know it was a while ago. I don't know exactly, but I know it's been a couple years. At least.
The first game's amazing. This one, I'm hoping, is co-op as well.
Well, I mean, you've seen the gameplay trailers, you've seen what the game's about, so like, you kind of know what to expect.
Dying Light 2 was announced at E3 2018, and in 2019 it was given a spring 2020 release date.
That's
a release window. Happened. Yeah. So yeah, that happened right in the middle of that. I can understand. Don't want them to release an unfinished game.
It's guaranteed to come out 2021.
Most likely September. Most likely September, but I mean, it could come out different time.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve, the developers Techland tweeted, "Survivors tonight, we celebrate. Before testing, that fans should keep your heads up for 2021." Pretty sure that means that it's coming out this year. Yeah,
sounds like it.
That's another one. That's gonna. Oh! There's a new Outlast game coming out this year called The Outlast Trials.
Oh yeah.
This one I'm both scared and excited for, because they're making it up to 4-player co-op, and they can either do it very terribly and completely destroy what makes Outlast scary, or they can pull it off and it could be a really good co-op experience. Because the Outlast games are probably the scariest games I've ever played. I mean, the second one, not so much, but the first game, yes.
I need to play the first one. I haven't played it.
First one is terrifying.
You gotta play it. Stream it in the chat, or play it by yourself in a dark room.
Would the Whistleblower DLC be good to play too?
I never played it, so I don't know what it's about.
I know there's that DLC for it, and I heard people really like that DLC too.
Yeah. But that should be interesting. See what happens with that. Any other games? guys can think of? Returnal? Or no, we already talked about that.
Returnal.
We pretty much said all the main ones we were
the ones we're excited for.
Overwatch 2. I mean, I never
I'm
played
not really
the first
excited
one.
for that one.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
The first one did have smooth gameplay. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It was just one of those games that wasn't for me. It wasn't a bad game. I actually had fun with it. But when you have so many games to play, you kind of pick and choose. And that just didn't make my list.
I think this year is going to be a better year for games, obviously, because of all the, everything that happened. But I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good year.
Yeah. We said that on the last podcast, and yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah. For everyone listening, do look out. I mean, maybe next podcast, we're probably going to be recording in our new place. We're going to be working hard to bring a video format as well.
We got to get cameras for that to make it actually have good quality, better lighting.
We got to get a coffee maker too.
Oh yeah, and espresso machine.
Yeah.
Only the essential investments.
Right. But yeah, no, it looks like a good year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And if you haven't joined our Discord, definitely join that. I think the link is in the podcast description or show notes. I believe
so. If not, then CuboldGaming.com, we have it on there as well.
Literally search Cubold Gaming and it'll come up.
Yeah, All right, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you in the next podcast.